Welcome to the module, the vagus nerve. There is a lot of information to be had regarding the vagus nerve. However, in this module, I'm going to share some of the highlights, some things I think you will find interesting and useful for yourself and as a teacher, guide, or facilitator. I believe that knowing something about this nerve and how to tone it is important for overall mental, emotional, and physical health. The techniques are simple enough to add to your personal self-care routine, share with a client, friend, or family member, and some can be used in a group event. By the end of this module, you will have the tools and techniques to do just that. The vagus nerve is the longest nerve in your body. It runs from the brainstem to the abdomen, and then it reaches out to the heart, lungs, liver, kidney, stomach, and large and small intestines. The Latin translation for vagus is the wanderer, and this is a perfect choice as it does wander all over the body. The vagus nerve is the part of the rest and digest parasympathetic nervous system, and it influences breathing, digestive function, and heart rate. All of these have a huge impact on our mental, physical, and emotional health. The vagus nerve is said to be the fastest and most important communication highway of our body, sending signals back and forth between body organs and the brain. The tone of the vagus nerve is all important as it represents the activity of the nerve. Having a higher vagal tone means that your body can relax faster after stress. It is the soothing counterpart to the fight-flight sympathetic nervous system. Researchers have discovered a positive feedback loop between high vagal nerve tone, positive emotions, and good physical health. The more you increase the vagal tone, physical, mental, and emotional health increases. The more you increase physical, mental, and emotional health, the higher the vagal tone. That is the positive feedback loop. The vagus nerve is deeply connected to the heart, the gut, and our voice. Whenever we tune into our inner wisdom, we are activating the vagus nerve. It lights up when we find our true expression. The greater the tone, the better this superhighway communicates. Gut feelings, intuition, digestion, heart rate, breathing, cardiovascular activity, and reflex actions such as coughing, sneezing, swallowing, and vomiting are the responsibilities of the vagus nerve. Let's look at several ways to increase the tone of this most important information superhighway. The vagus nerve is responsible for our breathing. We don't have to think about it, we just breathe. To increase the tone or activity of this nerve, spend some time consciously breathing. Studies show that the average person takes 10 to 14 breaths per minute, whereas 6 breaths per minute would relieve stress and bring about better brain function. I timed my natural breathing on different days at different times, and I got between 4 to 6 breaths per minute. One thing I noticed is that I have a very long, slow exhale. Then I consciously increased my breaths to get up to 10 to 14 breaths per minute. I discovered that it made me feel a little anxious because it's not my natural rhythm. For people who are accustomed to breathing 10 to 14 breaths per minute or more, slowing down to 6 will likely make them feel anxious because it's not what they're used to. Baby steps will take you there. I wouldn't suggest going from 10 to 20 breaths per minute and try to get down to 6 in one go. Don't try to jump from higher norm to 6 breaths per minute. Start slow because this will make the change easier and more sustainable. The body will adjust to a healthier beat. The vagal tone will increase, reducing overall stress on a regular basis. But I would like to suggest that you time your breathing. Just do it at different times. Don't try to manipulate it. Just see where you're at. So experiment with this for yourself and then teach it to others. Here are a few different ways for you to increase your vagal tone using your breath. Start by taking some extra deep breaths in and out at random throughout the day. In the beginning, make the deep breaths exaggerated as a way of getting the attention of your mind and your body. Remind yourself you are toning your vagus nerve to naturally reduce stress. If you find yourself in an especially stressful situation, take several slow, deep breaths. Make sure you exhale as deeply as you inhale. To breathe deep from the diaphragm, your stomach will naturally expand forward on the inhale and return on the exhale. Another method is to take conscious time out to focus on your breath. Choose somewhere away from the activity of the day. For the first few breaths, make the exhalation longer than the inhalation. This gets rid of any air that doesn't much circulate when breathing too fast and shallow. As a side note, if you find yourself in an uncomfortable conversation, use the long exhale during the listening part of the conversation. You will be steady and your response will be delivered with clarity and in a more gentle fashion. That is the vagus nerve soothing. Now, after a few breaths with extended exhalation, make the slow, deep, rhythmic breaths equal in count. You can start anywhere you feel comfortable, maybe 4 or 6 count in and out. Then begin to move out of your comfort zone and deepen to a longer count. Do this for at least 2 minutes. As you begin to feel comfortable, add another minute. Some days, a longer piece of time feels effortless. Other days, maybe not so much. Each day is different. Consistency is key. Done daily, you will reach the goal of fewer breaths per minute, reduce stress, and have a higher vagal tone. After doing a couple minutes of rhythmic breathing, if your time allows, you are in a perfect position to move into a meditation. If this is your next step, let go of the structure of counting deep breaths and return to your natural rhythm. You can begin your meditation by tuning into your heartbeat. The sound of the heart beating is soothing. If you stay the course with any part or all parts of this exercise, you will discover your daily breaths per minute will naturally begin to decrease. Cold immersion. First, let me share the benefits. It boosts the immune system, relieves sore muscles, relieves depression and stress, increases alertness, and is a natural high. Now, the idea of cold immersion may put some people off, but I want to assure you, once you give it a try, the benefit to your mental clarity, physical wellness, and the lower flight-fight response will outweigh any further resistance. Begin with baby steps if you like. Start your morning washing your face with cold water. The colder the better. Ice water even. Splash upward and even rinse behind your ears with cold water. No soap, just water. Gently pat dry as you tune in to how it feels, and then do whatever it is you do next in the morning. If you have an especially rough afternoon or day and are able to repeat the morning ritual, just do it. You are activating the vagus nerve and soothing your inner being. Cold immersion is just that. It's getting all in. If a cold shower sounds out of the question, do baby steps again. End the shower with 30 seconds of cold water. Increase the time with each shower. The goal will be to feel the effects of such a practice by toning your vagus nerve and graduating to a cold shower at least a couple times a week. A toned vagus nerve soothes, reduces stress, brings mental clarity, aids in digestion, and that's just a few benefits. Swimming in cold water, whether a lake, the ocean, or a pool, is fantastic. This way of total immersion comes with the gift of allowing the whole body to transition and accept the cold temperature. Natural springs known for healing qualities are at 72 degrees. That is perfect for vagal nerve toning. I have cold immersion as part of my self-care. I highly recommend it. Another way to experience cold immersion is to go outside when it's cold wearing minimal clothing so your body can feel the cold. Try not to resist it, but instead stay tuned to your body. Breathe consciously, and when you come back into the warmth, be alert to how that feels. The word delicious comes to mind. The vagus nerve is connected to your vocal cords and the muscles at the back of your throat. The vagus nerve provides the brain with sensations from the back of the throat, specifically the larynx or voice box, the trachea, which is a tube from the back of the mouth to the lungs, the back of the tongue, the esophagus, pharynx, and the soft palate. The motor function necessary for sneezing, coughing, gagging, and vomiting is controlled by the vagus nerve. See the connection of the information highway with our voice and throat. Have fun with these next few techniques for vagal toning. Singing, humming, chanting. You can do any or all of these several times a day. Little snippets of humming through the day. Sing in the shower or on your way to work in the morning. Chant before your morning beverage. Try a simple Om. Please do not let the idea that you have to sing good stop you from this amazing, healing, liberating, and fun activity. Gargling. You can gargle in the morning and again at night. If you drink water, gargle before you swallow it. Laughing. Laugh often in a day. Be willing to see the humor of life. Anything from a chuckle to a belly laugh is good for the soul and tones the vagus nerve. Socializing in a way that is fun and joyous lifts the spirit, and as you're having conversations and laughing and talking, you're actually also toning your vagus nerve. Make sure your diet has plenty of omega-3s, fiber, and probiotics for gut health. There is a connection between our gut and our brain made possible by the vagus nerve. It is thought to form the link between the two. Scientists are hoping to find whether depression and obesity are conditions that may find relief via this link. From the point of view of digestion, the motor function controlled by the vagus nerve is called peristalsis. This is how food moves through the esophagus, stomach, and intestines. Healthy digestion is a must for a healthy body and mind. The food we eat needs to have the digestive system functioning well in order to extract nutrients and then deliver those nutrients to the body. Pay attention to your diet. Let's get physical. All forms of exercise are good for increasing vagal tone. I don't think it's necessary to go to extremes, nor is that even a great idea. But what is a good idea is to be consistent. Exercise daily. Gentle yoga is great for increasing vagus nerve activity. Yoga and conscious breathing go hand in hand. Choose a few postures you like and weave them into a slow-moving dance. Deep, slow breathing guides the way. Here's a simple exercise to tone the vagus nerve. Lie on your back. Weave your fingers together and place them at the back of your head. Without turning your head, look to the right. Remain there until you spontaneously yawn or swallow. Then return to neutral position and repeat to the left side. Note that if you are in this position for a time and you feel that little pop, like your ears are clearing, like when you're in a plane, you can consider that your yawn and return to neutral and switch to the other side. Figure eights. You can do this with or without music, but just remember to be gentle as you're moving in a figure eight pattern. So with feet hip-width apart and your hands gently resting on your hips, begin to form a figure eight. Remain mindful of your breath. Continue until you've reached at least 5 or 10 figure eights. Then pause and change direction. Do the same number of rotation in both directions. Then this is followed by the cat-cow yoga posture. The next slide will have the image and the description of this pose. The cat-cow. Keep your hands shoulder-width apart and your knees directly below your hips. Inhale deeply while curving your lower back and bringing your head up, tilting your pelvis like a cow. Exhale deeply and bring your abdomen in, arching your spine and bringing your head and pelvis down like a cat. Repeat several times. The rhythm that you choose is your choosing. Some people who do Kundalini yoga, do this cat-cow very rapidly. It's not necessary. Stay in a rhythm that feels healthy and good to you, and just really feel your body. Feel how good it feels to stretch in both those directions. The vagus nerve has a sensory function too, so I'm going to give you a couple of ways you can tone the vagus nerve with touch. A gentle yet firm self-massage of the feet. This is good to do anytime, but before bed or after a shower seems like a perfect way to build in a routine of self-massage. Find what works for you so you can do this regularly. Massaging the area of skin behind your ear and the external ear will also activate the vagus nerve and increase the tone. Massaging the earlobes and auricles like 3 to 5 times a day. Stroke down from the ear toward the clavicle 10 times each side. You can do them at the same time. Any one of these or all of them takes such a small amount of time, yet the benefits of a toned vagus nerve are well worth it. Positive self-talk stimulates good vagal toning. In the morning after washing your face with cold water, you could look in the mirror and smile at yourself. Tell yourself you're having a great day. Yes, I am having a great day rather than I am going to have a great day. Why wait? Let it begin from the beginning. Now, find or create a mantra that is short and easy to access during times of stress. Know it well enough that you can repeat it on demand. Here's an example. I'm capable of handling this situation with grace and courage. Feel free to use this if it feels good to you, or pick something more personal. You'll discover that working to tone the vagus nerve will make you more conscious of your inner self-talk. This increased awareness leads to success when monitoring your self-talk. Whenever you find yourself speaking poorly in the privacy of your own mind, grab a hold of that moment and make a change. Here's where you can plug in your chosen, easy-to-remember mantra. Intuition. Now, I know I mentioned this earlier, but I just think it's so important, I'm just going to repeat. Whenever we look within, connect with our inner wisdom, check in with our true feelings, or tap into intuition or gut feelings, we are lighting up or toning the vagus nerve. When our face reflects our true feelings and experiences, it is the vagus nerve at work. When people find and feel the flow of their own rhythm, the vagus nerve lights up. Strengthen vagal toning and experience gut feelings and intuition with a new and deeper level of awareness. As you find your flow, good things find you. Here is a recap of some of the benefits. The vagus nerve is the soothing component to the flight-fight sympathetic nervous system. High vagal tone reduces stress. The vagus nerve is responsible for our breathing and cardiovascular system, stimulates muscles in the heart to help lower the resting heart rate, stimulates the muscle in the pharynx, larynx, and soft palate for the reflex actions such as coughing, sneezing, gagging, swallowing, and vomiting. Now that may not sound pretty, but what if our bodies were not able to do those things? Suddenly we realize how hugely important these reflexes are. Stimulates involuntary contractions in the digestive tract, allowing food to move through the digestive tract for healthy digestion. When we are relaxed, our heart rate and blood pressure is reduced. Certain parts of our brain function shift, and healthy digestion is stimulated. Now, I was just thinking how you can kind of pack in a few things. Like for example, in the morning, when you do your cold water wash and you put cold water behind your ears, you can do your ear massage and massage down from the ear to the clavicle. Then you can smile at yourself and you can wish yourself a great day, or say, I am having a great day, or whatever is personal to you. I'm beautiful. I love my smile. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as it makes you feel good. That's positive self-talk. So you did the cold, you did the touch, and you did positive talk. And that was just to start your day. Then you could take a few really deep, conscious breaths. How simple is that? And how wonderfully effective. However you want to approach this topic, I hope you can see the big picture when it comes to the tremendous benefits of the longest nerve of the body. It is called the information superhighway for a reason. Practice incorporating vagal toning into your daily self-care and teach some, if not all, of these useful ways to increase vagal tone to others.